Hello, hello. Do 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 do. I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to come on in. Do 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 do. I'm drinking a McDonald's refresher. First time. I like Dunkin' Donuts refreshers better, but still good. Do 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 do. It looks like I'm not wearing a shirt, but I promise you I am. I promise you I'm wearing a shirt. It's right here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. All right. So, welcome everybody. Hello. We're here for the last reading experience of June. Yay! How's everybody doing? Let me know. I will be listening to audiobooks today. No physical book. And I have a couple physical books I could be listening to, but will I be? No, I won't be. I will be reading or listening to audiobooks today because I'm in the mood for that. I've been reading a lot of thick fantasy books, so I don't want to, what's the word? Burn out on that because I'm still in the mood for a thick fantasy book. And I've read like 7 this month, thick ones. So in the midst of that, I'm going to, read some lighter audiobooks in between, most likely romance. Because most of these books don't have romance in them. And if they do, that's not the star of the show. But I'm enjoying myself. You can't see it. I'll say, look at my stack of books. You can't see it. So I'm gonna listen to audiobooks, and I'm probably while listening to audiobooks, I'm gonna diamond paint. So I'm gonna bring my diamond painting stuff over here, and I'll be listening to audiobooks in the meantime. So I'm moving stuff out the way now, so that I could just. So you might just see me like this the entire time because I'm going to be diamond painting most likely, listening to my audiobook. The audiobook I will be listening to is by Jaquel J. I'm in my Jaquel J bag right now, so and it's gonna say that I'm listening to a book called "To All the Thugs." I love that damn the Jesus. It's the longest title in the world. Hold on, because that was a stuttering mess. Let me breathe. Okay. To All the Thugs I loved that didn't love me back. It's a 4-book series. Audiobooks. All the audiobooks are around like 6 hours long. No more than 6 hours. The one I'm reading now 6 hours, but book 4 is just 5 hours, and book 3 is just 5 hours. So it doesn't take long because obviously I don't read on normal speed, so it doesn't take me actually 5 hours. And I started book 2 today, and I'm already halfway through it, obviously. So yeah, I'll probably finish this one during this sprint and start the next one during the sprint as well, most likely. But I'm just gonna be listening to that and diamond painting at the same time, you guys. At the same time, I'm working on a octopus diamond painting right now. I have 1.5 left. I have the octopus and then under the sea one, which one of the same. But I'm gonna show you. Hold on. This is the one that I'm doing right now, and I've only done like this part. I started yesterday, and yeah, but this is the one I'm doing right now. If you want some cheap diamond painting before you get into like the good stuff, I would highly recommend Ollie's, because Ollie's has great diamond painting kits for cheap. This was $5, and the thing is like this. It's like a square. It's like smaller than my iPad. Well, no, my iPad's a rectangle, so it's not the best thing, but it's a square, and they're pretty small. So I would recommend, if you want to get into diamond painting, go to Ollie's. They're $5. They come with everything you need. And honestly, I've gone to Michael's for like my big one, and I loved making that one. But I realized like I like the wax you put on the Ollie's ones better than I like this Michael's one. Hello, happy Friday. Hi, Sarah. Hello, hello, hello. Today we're doing some reading sprints. Obviously, I have clothes on. I promise. I just you can't tell. But I will be listening to audiobooks and doing my diamond painting. I'm doing an octopus. I've done a full cottage core cottage like village thing. That was amazing. I've done a sunflower and butterfly, and I've done Starry Night. So now I'm doing like this octopus under the sea thing. And yeah, I'm really in love with diamond painting. Of all the hobbies I'm doing now, I think diamond painting is one of my faves. Diamond painting and crocheting. I need to get back into crocheting before I lose my mojo. So that's probably what I'll do. But I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to do that because this is the first time I'm doing reading sprints where I don't have a physical book. But that's okay. Like I said, I've been reading a lot of epic fantasy lately, and I don't want to get burnt out because I'm highly in the mood. I think the next fantasy, or is that more sci-fi? I don't remember. Is Heavenly Tyrant, which is book 2 to Iron Widow. I think I want to read that one next, and The Strength of the Few, which is book 2 to The Will of the Many. Those are the two that are on top of my mind for my physical TBR right now. And I'm kind of thinking about reading The Pariah by Ryan Anthony or Anthony Ryan. I don't remember which one. Um, those are the epic fantasies in my mind the most right now. Cause yeah, I just finished Outlander book 4, which is Drums of Autumn, and that was really good. I really enjoyed that one. Let me know what you're reading for the sprints. Let me know. So yeah, now I need to go to book 5, but book 5 of the Outlander series I don't own physically. I've been finding them and buying them at like Goodwills and like um Goodwills and Salvation Armies because they're no more than like $1. So I have book 1, 2, 3, 4, and like 7. So books 5 and 6, I'm probably gonna read via Libby through like ebook and audiobook and all that stuff. Let me see. Um Outlander series. And after these sprints are done, I'm going straight to the TV to watch Love Island because I haven't been watching this season as hardcore as I was watching last season. But let me tell you, the men in this villa are so utterly disgusting that I need to make sure these women make the right decision. Like I'm going to mind meld into the right decision for these women. Like I can't do it anymore. I'll probably read A Dance of Lies or finish up She Didn't See It Coming. Those sound like thrillers. Are those thrillers? What book do I have next in the Outlander series? The Fiery Cross. It's 56 hours long. That's insane, actually. I literally just finished a 45-hour one. Oh my gosh. That's insane. Wow. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Listening to audiobook, doing my diamond painting, and then right after these sprints are over, it'll be I'll still have a little time. So we might go a little further than usual today because I think it's at 9 p.m. is when Love Island is. And we get off of here like 7:45, 8. So yeah, maybe not rushing. I don't need to rush. I just had to make sure one girl specifically, I don't care about no other girl. I need one girl specifically to see her worth and to not pick a dusty man. One girl, because he's been treating her like a dog since he's been at Casa More. I just need her. Because even the couples that are still together to this day from Love Island, the girls never bring a guy back, but the guys always do. And they make up for it for the most part. They do everything right to like get back in the good graces of their lady. But You should have never brought that woman back in the first place. And this one right here, I'm the most upset about because he is doing dirty in that villa, talking about her horribly, doing things with other women horribly. He talks very grossly. Like it gives off bad vibes. I'm gonna say bad vibes. I was gonna say something that's very damning to him as a person. But it gives off very bad vibes. Like she should not be with him, even if he apologized 100 times. He should never, because the things that he said is so gross in my opinion, and they are whistles for like a man you would never want to be left in a room alone with type of thing. And I was like, ooh, ooh. So if she chooses him, if she doesn't choose the man who's who's so good and so nice to her at the villa, I'm jumping through the screen and I'll be in Fiji. You'll see me with this bonnet on, swimming to the villa. I swear to God, I swear it. Oh my God. All right. I've yapped enough. We're going to start our first sprints, everybody. Yes, we are. Okay. Let me put some ambiance on. Hopefully, you guys can hear that. And we shall start the first sprint now. Happy Hello, everyone. Hold on, let me make myself a little bit bigger. Let's start the break. Let's pause this ambiance. All right. Hello, everyone. How did everybody do during their sprints? Let me know. I am doing a diamond painting. It's a small one. You can't tell really on camera how far I am in it, but you kind of can. You see all the dark stuff right here? All the darkness up here I did, and then I did like most of the bottom. So that's what I did. And I will continue to do this diamond painting while listening to my audiobook. I only have 47 minutes left of my audiobook. So I'll be done with this in the next sprint. And I already have, this is so orange on camera. Oh my gosh, that was red on my phone. So I'm a little more orange than I usually am. And then I have book 3 and book 4 also already borrowed. So I'll be good for the next 2 sprints. I remember why I don't do this at my desk, because my neck be hurting. The first time I ever did a diamond painting was on sprints as well. And my neck the next day, because I did it during the sprints, and the next day I finished it. The day after that, oh my gosh, I was like the bent neck lady from Haunting on Hill House. I swear to you, it was really bad. But I'm very excited to continue. It looks cool. I like the colors in this one more than anything. After this one, I only have one more diamond painting left to do, but I'm not gonna buy any more because I want to find out where I want to put them first. I think I might either put them in frames, because that would be nice, or just hang them up somewhere. I don't really know. But after I finish this one, the next hobbies I want to do more with is my crocheting. I want to practice more. And I tried earlier this week, I think it was earlier this week or last weekend, to do another book sleeve like I did. You see this colors right here? These are colors I was going to use. I was going to use this one for like a mass market paperback, and this one for a like romance sized paperback. But it just wasn't working well. But it wasn't the same yarn as my blue book sleeve, so I think it just didn't feel right on my hands, and it wasn't working the same way. Um, but I'm gonna try again. Hopefully, I do it right this time. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning. It was a lot more slippery than the other yarn that I used, so I just need to get used to it. But these 2 yarns are the same material. So if I practice and get one right, I'll be able to do the next one, whichever one that is. Because I was going to do 4 different ones, one for like an indie romance paperback size, but they're the same size as a fantasy. They're so tall and wide, they're like a fantasy. So I'm just gonna use the blue one that's like mainly for fantasies and hardcover books. I'm gonna use that one for my indie romances as well because they're the same size. So it's just that I love this one and it's really good for especially for my first attempt. But it's just, it's not perfect, and I don't think anything anybody ever makes is perfect, but it's just like not the best. But when I was the same issue I had with the first one, I had with the second one, and I was redoing it, and it just wasn't working out. Because you always, when you're knitting something like that, you always make the spine of the book first, like where you would put the spine of the book first. It's supposed to be like a boat, and then you just work your way up, and it just wasn't boating. It wasn't boating, so I was just highly upset about that. But yeah, during this next part, I'm gonna finish this audiobook, which is great. I think after this book, I'll finally be at 20 books read this month, which is great. This is quite a slow reading month for me. But I don't feel it as much because I feel like I was reading the entire time. It's just that I was reading thicker books that took days to read. Um, and then I think there was a couple days where I didn't read anything at all. I don't really remember for sure, but I was reading less books this month, because I was reading thicker books this month. So now I have hiccups. I think I'm talking too fast. But yeah, some of the next books I want to read in the like adult fantasy or epic fantasy genre. I already said it is Heavenly Tyrant. I want to start that one. I also want to start Strength of the Few. And I also kind of want to start Oathbringer, which is I just finished reading an 1,000-page book. Oathbringer, I'm pretty sure it's like 1,200-ish pages. So that's nerve-wracking, but I still want to read it. And I kind of want to read Red City. I don't know if that's adult fantasy. I don't even. It might be sci-fi. I don't know. But those are the main 4 books I want to read next. Physical TBR books I want to read next. I finished my what is it called? I finished recording my adult epic fantasy vlog, and I might start a second one now, just because I'm in the mood to read adult fantasy, and I don't know when the next time that's gonna be. Like the way heavily I am into it now, so I might just want to continue to read them. And if I do a video, I might do Oathbringer, Heavily Tyrant, The Strength of the Few, Bone Season, maybe. I just don't know if Bone Season is a adult fantasy. It might be new adult or YA. I don't know. I gotta look that up. The Pariah. Oathbringer. I already said Oathbringer. Maybe I won't do an adult fantasy. Maybe it'll just be a fantasy, because I do want to read Oathbound as well. Book 3 in the Legendary series. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know which one I want to read first. Oh, actually, I do. It's Heavenly Tyrant, Strength of the Few, Oathbringer. Those are the ones I want to read first. But we shall see which one I actually read first. I don't know. But I'm pretty far into my dancing thing, which I'm proud of. But, not that far. I'm not close to being done yet, but I'm getting there. I kind of want to just do the perimeter so that I could take off the plastic. But I don't know. We'll see. It started thundering during the first sprint. So I'm hoping that whatever's going on out there doesn't go on for too long, or it happens when I'm off of sprints, so I could just relax and just. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we shall see. Very excited. And look how big this tray is. This is a tray for my diamond painting gems. Let's do some ASMR. I'm scared. Drop it. Hold on. But yeah. So yeah, I'm ready to start the next sprint because I want to see how this book ends. 47 minutes left, and I feel like nothing's happened yet. Not that nothing's happened yet, but like, is it gonna end up on a cliffhanger? Because they usually do with Jaquel J. She don't know how to end a book not on a cliffhanger. So I'm hoping it's not a crazy one, but it's okay if it is, because I already have book 3 and book 4 on deck. So I'm trying to get more into audiobooks, and the only way I can get more into audiobooks is if I'm doing something creatively while doing it. Nothing else works. Not watching something, not doing nothing else works. I can't scroll while I'm doing audiobook, or it goes in one ear and out the other. So I usually crochet, do Sudoku, or diamond painting now. So yeah, or a puzzle. And before, my nails were too long to do puzzles. Not anymore. So I'm not gonna do puzzles again. Very excited about that. Doo-doo-doo. So let's start our second sprint. And I'll see you guys in 45 minutes. Happy sprinting and happy reading, everyone. Goodbye. Hello. Welcome back. It's time for our break. The next sprint will be our last for the evening. Just to let you know, I'm a lot further in my diamond painting. You could tell where I haven't done it yet is like all of this middle part. But yeah, you could tell everywhere else I did it. I did all of this. You can't, but it's like mainly almost all of the octopus, almost all of the water up here. Anything that's real colorful, I haven't done, as you could see. Here, get a close up. Doesn't it look good? Oh, girl, my neck is hurting. I'm gonna go back a little bit. So, I'm listening to what did I say? Listen to All the Thugs I Love That Didn't Love Me Back. This is book 3, and I'm already a third through it. I'm gonna get close to finishing it during this last sprint. I think I'm gonna have like 15, 20 minutes left of it by the time we end our last sprint. But I think I'll get close. Um, I was really sleepy today, so I'm still a little bit out of it. But it's interesting how I got in the mood to read towards the end of the month because we only have 4 days left if you don't include today. 4 days left, and just this past week is when like my vigor for reading began this month. Honestly, it's like some books like I was into, but I wasn't into them until I started them. While other books, I was like, I want to read that now, and I don't know what that is. That's called a mood reader, most likely. Um, and I think that's the biggest problem with having a big TBR, physical TBR, is being a mood reader because your mood always changes and the amount you read always changes because of that. Like, not you don't read the same amount every single month. And then you might want to be obsessed with this Kindle series, or you might want to be obsessed with this audiobook series. And that has happened to me many, many times where I read like 30 books, 40 books in a month, but like over half of them are Kindle books or um hybrid between Kindle and audiobooks or things like that. And then I could hold the stack of physical TBR books I read in one hand. That happens a lot. But I'm doing a lot better. I'm in the 120s now. This week really pushed me to that. Let me see. I have it on my Goodreads, so I'll tell you exactly. 129. Yeah, I made it down to the 120s. 129. No, 125. 125. I'm doing a damn thing. 125. I'm very proud of myself. That's for the physical TBR. 125. Um, we have, what did I say, 4 days left. I could read a couple more physical TBR books, but probably not like a crazy amount. No, probably not a crazy amount. Maybe like one or two more physicals. I don't know. I also have library books. I have if you've ever read or watched the movie Me Before You, I loved it. I read that book last. It's actually right there. Is that it? No. It's somewhere on the shelf. Um I loved it so much. I love that book. Me Before You is one of my favorite books. It's like it's I don't know what you would categorize it as, romance or contemporary, but it was amazing and it sent me into an existential crisis. But I loved it so much. So I borrowed book 2 and 3, After You and Still Me from the library. Just because like I want to buy them because I love Me Before You so much. But I don't want to what's the word? A lot of times romances shouldn't have sequels, especially romances like this. Like it's following the same woman, obviously, after what happens. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So I don't want it to be like she's become an insufferable character, especially since I hated her family. She had a horrible family, a very self-absorbed family, a very mean family. They shamed her body a lot, and they ignored her a lot, and they were so like oh to her sister, and it was so hurtful. And that's why that was so good, because like in the end of the book, she's like, I need to start living for me and not what my family wants, what I think they want. Like, let me live for me. That's how the movie ends. She's off in Paris. That's how, and so I wanted to read books 2 and 3, but I'm nervous that she's gonna regress as a character. That's why I haven't continued. I'm late, but I'm reading The End Writes Itself and The Deal. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you. I know The Deal, but I haven't heard of the other one. Ending Writes Itself, but I have heard The Deal. I hope you enjoy, and then you could watch the show off campus. I hope you enjoy. And then what's the other books that I got from the library? I got a poetry book, an African American poetry book, and I got a like not a self help book, but like it's help. It's not self help, but it's like how to start a side business type of book. I don't know if that is considered a self help book or not. I don't know. But those are the 4 books. Is that it? Was that all I got from the library? Oh no. And I got what's it called? The 13th Tale. I've heard things about it. I don't know if this is like historical or if it's fantasy or if it's a mix of both. I don't know. But I've heard things about it, and I've realized I need to start. If I've heard things about a book from people that I like watching on BookTube and all the things, don't buy the book. Get it from the library, get it from Libby, get the ebook, whatever it may be. But do not, and I mean do not buy it. I have a notes app on my phone for the books that I got from the library and I loved, because that's the Daughter of Smoke and Bone. That series got from the library first, loved. The Scythe series, got it from the library first, loved. Um, what else? What's it called? The Nilani Singh series, I got from Libby first, and now I'm starting my collection of them. Love, but get them from the library or Libby first before you buy them, because I, especially when it comes to fantasy, I'm very specific on my fantasy, and I haven't cracked the code yet on what I like and what I don't like on my fantasy. And because I haven't cracked the code yet, it it's very easy for it to be a miss. Very easy for it to be a miss. Like the writing style could just not be my thing, even though the story, the plot, the whatever is great. It could be a miss just because of the writing style. It's very easy for me to not like a fantasy, and that's a lot of the books that I got that I'm unhauling recently are fantasy books, because that's where that's where my harshest critiques lie. Because in romances, it's mainly just like tropes and writing styles you don't like, and that could be knocked up to the author or just a trope, because I hate second chance romance. Like one of my favorite authors of all time, every book she's ever written I own except for one. I've annotated them all. Second chance romance, I read it this month. I despised it. The writing was good, the quotes were great, didn't annotate a thing. I despised that book, and it's because it's second chance romance, and it's always something that the one of the characters does that pisses me off, because that makes it seem like y'all shouldn't be together. So it's just very upsetting. Um, and so yeah, and I also So because of that stuff, I recommend highly to use your library first and use Libby, Hoopla, Canopy, because Canopy is, I think, like a lot of college students, because I use Canopy for school as well. But Canopy, all those things, use those first and then buy the book afterwards. I bet you would save so much money, especially on fantasies, because fantasies are expensive, and especially for hardcovers, because hardcovers are expensive. And a lot of fantasies, most fantasies come paperback for the most part, but when they first come out, they don't. So yeah, keep that in mind. And we're gonna start our last sprint of the evening. And now up the time by 5 minutes. There we go. And maybe that will help me finish this book by in that time. Okay, I'll see you guys after this week yap. Have a good sprint and reading session. Goodbye. Hello, everyone. That was the last sprint of the evening. Am I yelling? I'm probably yelling at you guys. Sorry. That was the last sprint of the evening. Here's how far I got. I have a lot more done. It's now mainly just the octopus and the coral at the bottom, like you can see right here. But yeah, just the octopus. It looks so good. It looks so good. Very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. But yeah, that's the last part for the evening. I only have 30 minutes left of this audiobook, which is book 3. So the thugs to all the thugs I loved that didn't love me back. Jesus. I don't know why it's always so hard. By Jaquel J. And yeah. This series is birds. If you've ever heard the term birds, birds. If birds, birds, birds. A bird is a woman who honestly, is it mean to say don't love themselves enough, or doesn't have enough respect for themselves to leave a man who don't like them enough? Like people might call like a man that cheats on a woman and the woman takes him back over and over again. That's a bird. People have called Cardi B, Beyonce, all of them birds. I don't think necessarily they are birds, but but these women, like one of the women in this book, is a glorified side chick, and which is insane because she gives the best advice to her friend, but can't take her own advice, and it's upsetting. And then the same thing happens with the other friend. Like she has a good man, and she won't give him the time of day, but she gave her father's child 85 million chances, even when he did things in front of her face, to her face, everything. And I'm just so annoyed. But the men aren't any better. Like, oh, like one of the men is the one who's making this woman a side chick. Like he's literally engaged, and she's the wedding planner of his fiance. And she's like, I'll take whatever I can get from him. That's bird behavior. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's annoying to read, but I want the tea. So, but just know that if these were actual physical TBR books, they would be getting unhauled. But I want the tea enough to listen to their bird behavior, I guess. I don't know. But it's quite annoying. They're quite annoying. The men are horrible men. Every woman is dumb in some type of way. It's like, oh my gosh. Like I wouldn't want to be any of these women's friends, and I wouldn't want to be any of these men's girlfriends or wives. Because I know I would be getting done dirty. Like insane. Insane, stupid behavior from all of them. There's 4 books in all. I have 30 minutes left of book 3. Then I'm going to read book 4. Most likely today, too. I don't know. Well, I'm not really reading, I'm listening to it. Yeah, then I'm done. I'm over it. And then there's another series that I'm reading by the same author called Homies, Lovers, and Friends. I'm waiting on the audiobooks for those as well. I read book 1, but I'm waiting on the audiobook for book 2 and 3. There might be 5 books in all for that series. I'm waiting for those books to come off a hold. But until then, it's whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate it. This was the last sprint for June. I will most likely have the dates and times for July, obviously in July, most likely that first week before obviously Friday. But I usually do 3 Fridays a month. So if you just think about that, you'll know when I post and do all that stuff. I do want to do a longer stream, so maybe during July I'll do a longer stream, like a 5-hour stream instead of a usually around 2 hours and 45-minute 3-hour stream. Yeah. And I'm gonna try to find also a way to dual stream on TikTok, because I've lost a lot of my TikTok audience because I feel like they don't know that I'm on here as much. So I might be able to dual stream. I'll look into it and see what I can do about that as well. Not Twitch right now, but YouTube and TikTok for right now. I'm trying. I'll see what I can do about that. Also getting like a starting soon and ending soon picture as well. I'm gonna see what I can do about that as well, because I want there to be time between the beginning and the end of the stream where people could gather, people could leave before the stream just ends abruptly. So I'm gonna see how I can do that. I did it for one of my other streams, not a June stream, a May stream, and it went pretty okay. But it was different software than I'm used to, so it wasn't as perfect as it could have been. But again, thank you guys for joining me today. The next sprint will be in July. I'll put the schedule up in the community tab. You'll see it there. Let me know if there's any times you would like. And yeah, thank you guys for joining me today. Have a great, amazing evening. Go watch Love Island if you're about to watch Love Island. And I'll see you in a little bit. Have a good night, everyone. Have a good evening. Goodbye.